One word to describe competing for SFU is tradition.
My word is success.
Determination.
Experience.
Inspiring.
One word to describe competing for SFU is excellence.
It is family.
Passion.
My word is pride.
Opportunity.
My word is patriotic.
I am Sophie Swan.
I am Adam Jones.
I am Peyton Smith.
I am Justin Guerin.
I am Victoria Saunders.
I am Braden Charlton.
I am Michaela Guerrero.
I am Graham Miller.
I am Christine Howlett.
I am Adrian Vanderhelm.
I am Michelle Waters, and we are proud to be on Canada's NCAA team.
And welcome everybody to the West Gym here at Simon Fraser University. Howard Samura here with you. Clan TV, happy to be back on the air for our second of two games here on a GNAC basketball Saturday. A thrilling win by the Simon Fraser Clan women over Central Washington. Now the men attempt to complete the sweep here tonight. They will face the Seawolves of the University of Alaska Anchorage, 8-9 coming in here on the heels of Simon Fraser's most decisive victory in NCAA Division II GNAC Conference play on Thursday. Their big win, the 30-plus point win over Alaska Fairbanks. So can the magic happen 2 nights in a row here for Simon Fraser? And certainly we'll get the answers in a few minutes, but it is seniors night here tonight, and time to honor the great soldiers of Simon Fraser basketball under head coach Steve Hansen. They've done such a terrific job, and there's a heartbreaking script to this senior story here tonight as you watch. And that concerns the play about J.J. Pankratz, the Yale secondary standout from Abbotsford, as well Isaiah Sherman-Newsom, the Alaska native, both seniors but both injured. J.J. Pankratz with the ankle injury. We'll see if he can go tonight, but he's been sitting out. He's participating in the warm-ups here. Isaiah Sherman-Newsom with a broken wrist, we believe it is still not going to play, not dressed tonight. It would be terrific to see Pankratz in the lineup and playing here tonight. As well, Kadar Salam, who just took that jump shot there, leading the GNAC in scoring by a healthy margin heading into the final 3 games of the regular season. All 3 are going to be introduced. And it's been a terrific career for all 3 of them at the collegiate level, and certainly congratulations in order. 2 nights ago, Simon Fraser led from start to finish to win its 10th game of the season, 83-51 against the Nanooks. It was the largest, as we mentioned, GNAC win in SFU's NCAA history. The team has now won 10 games in the NCAA era overall for just the 3rd time, and with 3 games left, SFU has a chance to surpass that 11-15 record set in 2014-15. And you remember that as the last season for head coach James Blake, and the last time a Simon Fraser player won the GNAC scoring title, Songo Niang at over 23 points a game, winning the GNAC scoring title that season. We'll see if history can repeat itself over the next week as it pertains to Kadar Salam. Clan Salam is both Salam and Jordan Mirkian combined to score 50 points, so that was a very exciting finish for Simon Fraser. We want to get to the tributes here. We want to talk about the seniors. And let's first start off with Isaiah Sherman-Newsom, an Alaska native who has really found a home here. Some say undersized to play in the front court, but as gutsy as they come, and what a player Isaiah Sherman-Newsom has been for this Simon Fraser Clan team and for head coach Steve Hansen.
Well, Zay's nickname is Uncle Isaiah on our team. He's kind of that calming presence. You know, he's not a super vocal guy and just goes about his business in a calm manner. You know, even in the toughest moments in practice or in a game, he's always positive. He's a glass half full type of personality, and you know, it's just something the guys always appreciate because they can always rely on Zay to be, you know, that same guy each and every day. One of Isaiah's kind of goals in the offseason was to come in great shape, so he got leaner, quicker, and we saw really a lot of fruits of those labors in the preseason and was playing a lot stronger in January. So his injury, you know, breaking his hand last week in practice was frustrating for everybody. But, you know, he continues to lead and be a presence every day.
And great look there at Isaiah Sherman-Newsom. And while we're on the topic of these Clan seniors, JJ Pankratz has been an incredible player here for the Simon Fraser Clan. You look at the BC players who have made the commitment to Simon Fraser men's basketball in the NCAA Division II era. None has approached the success, the longevity, and the productivity of the redshirt senior JJ Pankratz of Yale Secondary in Abbotsford. Let's tip our hats to the guy whose name is actually JJ with no periods. As he said to me, that's what it's like on my birth certificate, JJ Pankratz.
I think JJ is a guy that if you put him through a workout, you see a lot of spectacular things, his ability to shoot, his athleticism. But this year in the off season, he really put in a huge amount of time in the weight room, and when he showed up in September, you could just tell he was a man. You just see a guy mature before your eyes, and that's really what he came into. So you see that confidence, especially getting to the rim, you know, looking for contact, being a lot more aggressive. That's what we saw with JJ this year, and we're proud of that, you know, that improvement. You know, when you're part of the SFU community for 3 years, you know, he understands that it's more than just about basketball. He's part of a bigger community. And, you know, he's trusted us as a coaching staff. You know, we believe in him. And I think he's returned that favor with loyalty and being a leader on our team.
And JJ Pankratz, what a fine career he's had. And I know he wants to get into teaching, wants to start coaching, but if you're asking me, there's a chance for JJ Pankratz to pursue a professional career overseas. We'll see what he decides to do, but what a career he's had and what an influence he's been to the BC players here at Simon Fraser University. And that leaves us with one guy left, and that's Kedar Salam out of Toronto, Ontario. A big night for him, leading the GNAC in scoring, and it's no easy task to win one of the tough Division II conferences in all the NCAA. Kedar Salam poised to do just that if he can keep it going over the next 3 games. But what a season and what a career he's had over 2 short seasons here with the Clan. After a couple at UBC, he's really made an impact. And I think everyone will agree that he's brought the fans out of their seats here at the West Gym. Here's a tribute to Kedar Salam.
Kedar is an extremely tough guard. He scores at all 3 levels. He gets to the rim. His mid-range game has always been very good, and then his three-point shooting, he's one of our top three-point shooters on the season. So for a guy like Kedar, you know, we expect him to be the scoring champion in the GNAC this year, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure he attains that goal. I think last year when Kedar first came on, I think we saw some real special things. You know, his athleticism, his ability to score in practice, especially in one-on-one situations. I think what you're seeing this year is just a guy that's a lot more comfortable in his role on the team, comfortable with his teammates. He's been an outstanding teammate this year, really worked on that. And his teammates trusting him to be a go-to guy in all games this season. So I think you're just seeing an accumulation of you know, better team chemistry and a guy being comfortable in his role.
And with that, seniors night set to officially begin here in front of a packed house at the West Gym. We will bid you farewell and turn you over to our public address announcer, Stephen James, for the senior night ceremony, and join you again for action for opening tip between Simon Fraser and Alaska Anchorage here from the West Gym.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's game between the visiting University of Alaska Anchorage Seawolves and your Simon Fraser University Clan. As well, ladies and gentlemen, we would also like to welcome you to Senior Night and the final home game of the 2017-18 season. We would like to take a moment to honor our 3 graduating seniors for their dedication, hard work, and loyalty to the SFU men's basketball program. Our first senior has played guard and forward for the Clan for 2 seasons, was a first-team All-Star at the GNAC Pac-West Challenge in November, highlighted by a 26-point, 12-rebound performance versus Hawaii Hilo. He is 3rd in team scoring at 10.3 points per game and 2nd in team rebounding at 5.3 rebounds per game. Here to celebrate is his mother Karen and his father Truman from Anchorage, Alaska, number 14, Isaiah Sherman Noosa. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is a redshirt senior who has played all 5 years for Simon Fraser University. He was a preseason GNAC All-Conference selection and currently sits at 998 career points for the Clan. He is the season leader in rebounding 6.1 per game, in block shots 1.3, and 2nd in scoring at 12.4 points per game. He is completing a double minor in mathematics and biomedical physiology and kinesiology. Here to celebrate are his mother Belva, father Jay, sisters Bree, Selah, Tana, and his girlfriend Gloria from Abbotsford, British Columbia, number 22, JJ Pankratz. And our final senior has played guard for the Clan for 2 seasons, is the leading scorer in the conference at 19.8 points per game, has been on the GNAC All-Academic team for both years, and was selected United States Basketball Writers National Player of the Week in January. He is completing his degree in biomedical physiology and kinesiology. Here to celebrate his mother Ikela and his sisters Nandi, Nefertiti, and his niece, Nigisti. From Toronto, Ontario, number 11, Kadar Salam. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, our SFU men's basketball senior players, Isaiah Sherman Newsom, JJ Pankratz, and Kadar Salam. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the University of Alaska Anchorage. Tonight's starters include at guard, number 3, Malik Clements. Starting guard, number 11, DJ Usuri. Starting guard, number 21, Drew Peterson. Starting guard, number 23, Josiah Wood. And starting forward, number 35, Brian Pearson. The coaching staff for Alaska Anchorage, head coach Rusty Osborne, with assistant coaches Ryan Orton and Jesse Brown. And now, basketball fans, here is tonight's starting lineup for your SFU Clan. Starting at guard, standing 6'1", a sophomore from Markham, Ontario, number 0, Neil Spence. Starting guard, standing 6 feet, a sophomore from London, Ontario, number 20, Michael Provenzano. Starting forward, standing 6'8", a junior from Toronto, Ontario, number 23, Tyrell Ulwood. Starting guard, standing 6'3", a senior from Toronto, Ontario, number 11, Kadar Salah. And starting forward, standing 6'6", a senior representing Abbotsford, British Columbia, number 22, JJ Pankratz. Your SFU Clan head coach Steve Henson with assistant coaches Sean Shug and Brett McDonald.
And welcome back to the West Gym, everybody. The public address announcer Stephen James busy on the mic tonight. Seniors Kadar Salam, JJ Pankratz, and Isaiah Sherman-Newsom are honored before the game, and what a great surprise for the Clan Nation. JJ Pankratz able to get into the starting lineup despite that left ankle. 2 points away from 1,000 points. So a landmark on tap here as Tyrell Lewin gets set to jump against Brian Pearson. Pearson will win the tip, and the Seawolves, coming off a loss at Western Washington on Thursday, want to get back on the winning track, want to get back to 500 as they come in at 8-9 here in the conference. DJ Ursery, number 11, to Wood, number 23. Back to the basket move by Pearson. Wants to make some headway. A cutter instead, and Ursery. Look at that explosion on the baseline. 2-0 Alaska Anchorage in the early going. Provenzano, no look to Pankratz. JJ cold off the bench. The last couple of games has not played. Puts up a 3-ball well off the mark, and you know he wants to make a right for that wrong early. Here's Peterson, the jump shot, and it's going to fall. So Anchorage in a groove early in the half court, hits a 3 and a nice cutter on the baseline for a lane as well. 5-0 lead here in the first minute. Salam to Pankratz. They go to Spence, wheeling through the paint. Othniel can't get the roll, and it's pinballed around and into the hands of Brian Pearson. He's the 6'9" junior out of Elko, Nevada. Bringing the ball up the floor now, Josiah Wood. He's a junior out of Reno, Nevada. They go down inside, can't score, but a second chance opportunity off the rebound by Ursery. Peterson puts up the jump shot, can't go. Look at this, Bowen Bakken. Along with Jordan Muir-King will sub into the game. Pankratz, a long distance 3, this one not quite there. JJ taking measurement here as he no doubt talks to himself coming back down the floor. It's been a while, but he'll get back into the flow. Peterson, the skip. Jump shot there is going to fall, and that's a second triple of this game already in the first 2 minutes by Josiah Wood now. He knocks down the triple, 8-0, and Anchorage is off to the start they wanted to have. On Thursday, it was a real balanced scoring effort, but not enough to pull off an upset for Alaska Anchorage as Western Washington earned a 66-56 victory. The Seawolves were led by 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists from Ursery, the senior, plus 10 from junior guard Malik Clements. With The Seawolves are out, rebounded 35-21 by Western Washington. And with the defeat, the Seawolves fall to 12-12 overall, as we mentioned, 8-9 in the GNAC. Here's Kadar Salam as he heads out onto the floor. An emotional moment for Salam. And as I talked to Kadar for a story on varsityletters.ca, which appeared on the site a couple days ago, introduced his mother over from Toronto, a lot of family. His old youth coach is here. So a good contingent in to see Kadar playing his final home game for Simon Fraser. Young to Salam. Dynamic duo from the last game combining for 50 points. Great weaving inside, and the dish out to Bowen Bakken is going to get caught by one of the youngsters in the front row. A nice chest pass to the official. Just a show of the incredible handle of Kadar Salam, and the entire heart and soul he pours into the dribble drive game. Here's Ursary, thought about a step back up top. Peterson working around the horn. Go inside to the big man. He'll kick it back up top, and this time a three ball is going to fall again. Alaska Anchorage absolutely on fire from beyond the arc. Malik Clemens, a triple there. Not the start you want on seniors night in front of a packed house. 11-0 Alaska Anchorage. Simon Fraser, the last couple of games, has been able to establish a low post game with Tyrell Lewin. Instead, that pass sailing out of bounds, intended for Jordan Mirakian. Rusty Osborne in his 14th season at the helm of the Seawolves. Headed into this campaign with 250 wins for his career. Anchorage, the standard bearers here in the GNAC. Ursary fading on the baseline, can't get it to go, and Bakken with the rebound. Provenzano, a heck of a handle himself, number 20 does. He kicks it out. Mirakian wants the three, and oh, he goes right in the cylinder and decides it's going to come back out for Jordan Mirakian. Ursary fading, Peterson gets the roll. Simon Fraser in a pickle here early. 13-0. What's going to work here for the Clan? They got to get back into this basketball game. Here's Salam. Shows you how the GNAC, and just like all great conferences, the matchups matter. Simon Fraser's going to solve it. Here's Salam, 8 on the shot clock. Oh, weaving through traffic, and Kadar Salam showing you everything in the package. He took it all out there. A little bit of magic dust at the end as he gets to the window for the layup. Bakken hanging tough off the high screen, but they're going to get some ball movement. The big man, Pearson, with the jump shot there. Checking in at 6'9", 230. Great finesse facing the basket. Here's Bakken falling, no call there as he crashes to the ground with a three that doesn't fall. 13-point deficit. Clan trying to do anything they can right now. Head coach Steve Hansen and company trying to find the chemistry, and Bongani Moyo, the walk-on, check in to see if he can't get things ignited underneath with his energy play. Jumper there from Ursary off the mark. Clan can do a lot of damage in transition. Bakken, Provenzano decides to drive. Oh, thought about the skip. This time gets it underneath the Lewin. He gets bodied a little too hard, and the foul is going to get called against Drew Peterson, a 6'3" senior out of Miramar College, a San Diego native. We're going to call a timeout on the floor. We'll take a short time. Oh, well, actually, we'll stick with you, and we'll take a look at the ball handling wizardry of number 11. You saw him honored with his family before the game, and head coach Steve Hansen as well, all out there for number 11, Kadar Salam. And look at him go. I'm talking to assistant coach Sean Shook of the Clan for my story on varsityletters.ca, and he says to me, you see all the stuff that happens, it doesn't happen by accident. You'll head into the gym And you'll see Kadar Salam working on a right-handed jump hook for 25 minutes by himself in the corner. All these moves, Kadar so dedicated, putting in all that time. And after this season, certainly hope the best for him as he pursues a professional basketball career. Kadar told me he'd love to do that. He's never been to Europe. But certainly some great opportunities lie ahead for Kadar Salam, who is more than just a basketball player. In fact, a GNAC Academic All-American, the only Clan player selected to the GNAC All-Academic team this year. So Kadar Salam finishing his college career with a flourish and getting a nice send-off here from the Clan faithful tonight at the West Gym. The plot line, though, not what we'd like to see from a Clan perspective. 15-2 they trail. 5 minutes and 19 seconds into the proceedings. It's a pickle, as we like to say. The Clan have to find a way to peck their way back into this. Number 13 on the floor now is Bongani Moyo. So Moyo subs in. Here's Spence driving, kicking. Kadar will rise, and he will say 3-ball. Kadar Salam has all 5 of the Clan points. He knocks down the triple. It's not like Alaska Anchorage doesn't know what number 11 can do. He's on everybody's scouting report. Secondary scoring so huge for the Clan. Back upside, Clements. Finding Osborne now on the floor wearing number 2. Osborne on the baseline, measures it, can't get it to go. Short little jumper. Whistle blows. The officials confer. Take a look at a replay here on the Clan TV monitor. Look at that follow through. When you talk about stay square to the basket, hold your follow through and use that lower body for your jump shooting arc. Certainly Kadar Salam ticks a lot of boxes. Very fluid jump shooter, and you saw it right there. Moyo to inbound, now Jordan Muir-Keung. First-year Clan player, transfer from the Washington Community College system. And really had a nice game the other day, 19 points. Here's Kadar off the mark. Nice rebound by Lewin, falling backwards out of his area to get that board. Recycled here for the Clan. Spence, head fake, kick back. Muir-Keung for 3. Off the side iron and ripped out of the sky there by Josiah Wood, who's got the basketball. A series of screens being set, and Wood gets right to the rim. Can't get it, but a second chance effort. You see the re-jump there from Josiah Wood underneath, and he tips it home for a 17-5 lead. DJ Ursery and Brennan Reimer will check in at the next stoppage for the Seawolves. Here's Kadar baseline. Muir-Keung. Shot clock's now down to 10. Clan bench counting it down. Ooh. And Kadar doing what a senior can do. A little sleight of hand, a little body English, a little fake game there, and he manufactures a trot up to the free throw line. And the foul being called against Malik Clements, the junior out of Madison, Wisconsin. We're looking at head coach Rusty Osborne, who is really trying to file a complaint here about that call, but I know that Clan head coach Steve Hansen doesn't see it quite the same way as you see Osborne working the officials here. 17-6, the Seawolves burst out to that early lead. Clan trying to get back into this basketball game, trailing by 11. Thanks for joining us here on Clan TV. It's Howard Samora along with our whole Clan TV crew. And the big 3-ball hoisted off the back iron there by number 14, Curtis Ryan. The Aussie transfer out of Emmanuel College. There is Kadar knifing through the defense, and the foul being called against Kylan Osborne. You see Kadar purpose in that drive as he goes up hard, and Osborne will hack him across the arm and get called for the foul. A great shot from our Clan TV super slow-mo. Very, very healthy crowd here at the West Gym. As we finish off a doubleheader night, Clan down by 10. The women, Simon Fraser with a convincing win in overtime over Central Washington. That was still reverberating through the stands here as the Clan make it 17-8, 9 points to deficit, and they dig their heels in on defense. Here's Ursary, so talented. Osborne now cuts the corner, inside, underneath, and this time the foul will go against the Clan. Very similar. Curtis Ryan feeling that one across the forearm. And a foul being called against Tyrell Lewin, number 23. Alaska Anchorage and Alaska, formerly Alaska Fairbanks, both 8-8 to start this Southern Sojourn on Thursday. Both teams lost. And Fairbanks trying to pull a huge upset today if they can in Bellingham against Western Washington. They have been so good, the Vikings have. They get the roll, does Anchorage, and they make it a 19-8 lead and 11-point advantage. Three-quarter court pressure here. Clan still not across half court. Here's Salam to Othniel Spence. Clan actually with Pankratz in the lineup, 9 players available for action tonight. Pankratz getting a start in his final home game, nice to see. Great look underneath, Kadar with the X-ray eyes finds Bongani Moyo. And Bongani with a nice move, and he is pumped as he sits down on defense against Ursary. This kid is all effort. You want an energy guy? That's Bongani Moyo. Here's Peterson. Quickly out to Osborne, and it's intercepted. Great, a swift pass on the skip. Both those passes not delivered on the money. Well, there's a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick look on the Clan TV replay. Look at Kadar Salam getting ready to dish a dime here. Underneath Bongani Moyo, and it looked like Lewin thought the pass was for him, or maybe that was just the camera angle we got, but certainly interesting as we take a look at that. Was GNAC standings. Thank you, producer Gabe Lynn, for getting that up. We can take a look at what's happening in the GNAC in terms of the table. And Simon Fraser, unfortunately, not playing for anything, but the pride of the program and its momentum heading into the offseason. Simon Fraser at 4-13. They've got a tough one here tonight, and they have Concordia coming up. If they can beat a team that hasn't won, certainly you don't count anything before it happens. Simon Fraser with a good chance in that basketball game. Concordia has lost 21 straight games, as you see. So Simon Fraser with an opportunity to have one of their most successful seasons in NCAA Division II era, and this is their 8th season. You see Anchorage and Alaska both sitting at 8 and 9. The top 6 are going to make it 4, 5, 6. So right now, Alaska, Anchorage, and Alaska tied for that final GNAC playoff spot, and you can bet there's a playoff-like feeling on that Alaska bench. They know this is a must-win. They're coming in here against a Simon Fraser team they're expected to beat and expected to beat handily. And they face each other next Tuesday, back up on the mighty northern frontier. So it's on between the Nanooks and the Seawolves. Big sweeping move by Ursary. That's an explosive move to the basket by DJ Ursary. And he gets to the hoop in a hurry. Ursary, the Division I transfer out of Pacific. Mir Kyung finding Kadar. Salam's got Ursary on him. Kadar, tough shot with a man in his face, can't get it to go, and the ball right into the hands of Ursary. Brennan Reimer is the Scots College transfer out of Australia. Ooh, I don't know if that was an acting job or not, but Kadar's not happy with it. But it's going to be 3 free throws. That's a tough break. And Malik Clements, we don't want to say he embellished, but certainly went down quickly. But a tough break there. So a great stat being passed on by our crew here courtside. Kadar Salam has scored 8 of the 10 points. He's got a dime on the other, so he's contributed to all 10 points. And maybe fitting that he plays his final Clan game here by amping up the dominance even more. Some subs coming in now as Josiah Wood and Brian Pearson from the starting group come into the floor. It makes them all the more imposing. The lead already 13 points. Clements with 1 more free throw and 2 key offensive cogs now back on the floor for Anchorage. Simon Fraser needs to show some offensive identity here. Certainly Kadar is that, but they want to show the multifaceted aspects of their team as well. They had so many people involved in that win over the Fairbanks Nanooks. Here's Michael Provenzano now into the game for Simon Fraser. Kadar will take his first breather. Stayed on for the first 10 minutes of this half as we reach the halfway mark of the first half.
Yeah, they tweeted out that we won both games.
Provenzano, bullet pass on the baseline, off Neal, 3 ball. Oh, off the mark. Bit of a kamikaze mission there for Bongani Moyo. He goes crashing in and gets called for the foul, his first. Energy, but that one there, stepping outside the bounds, gets called for the foul. Ursery pivoting around to face Moyo. Peterson, catch and shoot 3, coming off the screen, and he knocks it down. Peterson. Alaska Anchorage is wielding its muscle here in the opening half of play, a 16-point lead. Provenzano. Jordan Muir-Keung. Shot clock's down to 14. Spence takes the 3. Lewin with a nice offensive board, and he's been doing a lot of that down the stretch drive of this season. Certainly a positive indicator for next season. And he comes in as a senior. .13 on the shot clock. Provenzano through traffic. Oh, Mike had a great look at it. Couldn't get it to go. Nice skip to Moyo. Back up top to Spence for 3. They need that when they get it off Neil Spence. A big triple there. And that's where you start to build. Now you come down, you sit down and dig in on defense. Plenty of time left in this opening half. Ursery's path, and Moyo does a great job. This is what Moyo does. Here's Spence, catch. Can't get it to go. That would have been big for Simon Fraser, but Bongani Moyo, what effort to go get that basketball on the baseline. He's a walk-on. Shot clock's now down to 10 for Anchorage. Peterson with the basketball. Kadar Salam will check in soon for Simon Fraser. Can't make it fall. Pearson battling hard with the pivots underneath. So Simon Fraser gets the stop they want. Kadar Salam into the game, Othniel Spence out. So it'll be Moyo, Muir-Keung, Provenzano, and Kadar Salam, the 4 guards on the floor with Tyrell Lewin. Malik Clements, Drew Peterson, Brian Pearson, DJ Ursery among the Seawolves on the floor right now. There's Kadar weaving magic on the baseline, kick to Provenzano, and Michael rattle it home. That's a rattler for Mike Provenzano. 10-point lead, and you know the spark will be ignited if the Clan can get it under 10 here. They would love to get a stop and an easy basket. But easier said than done against one of the top programs in the GNAC. Ooh, give and go underneath, run to perfection. And a great job there by Brian Pearson as he will get an N1 opportunity. Here's Kadar on the baseline. Provenzano, and we said he rattled that one home. But Pearson did a great job too. And we got a short timeout being called here. Anchorage 28, Simon Fraser 16. We'll take a short break and be back with more from the West Gym in just a moment.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
For me, one word to describe competing for SFU is passion. Because to accomplish anything, you have to work for it. You need to love to work for it. My passion for basketball drives me to dedicate everything I have to it, day in and day out. I am Graham Miller, and I am proud to be on Canada's NCAA men's basketball team.
And welcome to senior night here in the West Gym atop Burnaby Mountain. Simon Fraser men's basketball. If you were with us from the start, of course, you saw JJ Pankratz, Kadar Salam, and Isaiah Sherman-Newsom being honored for their service, their final home games of their senior college basketball careers here at the West Gym. Parents, family, friends, basketball fans all gathering to salute the three Clan seniors. And there you see Isaiah Sherman-Newsom and JJ Pankratz. A tough break for Sherman-Newsom. Your heart goes out to all dedicated athletes, student athletes who sacrifice so much and have to have the journey halted just a few steps from final completion. But Sherman-Newsom is such a huge part of the basketball culture here with this Clan basketball team. He's a valued guy here. I'm sure I'm not saying anything anybody else doesn't know. Here's Provenzano. Scramble. And that's Malik Clements getting on the pine to get the basketball down to Ursery. DJ will slow it back. Finding Josiah Wood. Wood to Pearson. Lewin guarding him. Ursery to Wood down low. The big man again wants high percentage, can't get it because it's batted away. And Mir Kyung coming right down the floor. Weaving, can't find the finish. A tough break there. Ursery with a rebound. One and done there. Simon Fraser would love to get some second chance opportunities. Hasn't happened yet. Big man will face up, this time from the wing, and Pearson can't get that one to fall. I'll get my Pearsons and Petersons right here in a second. Peterson number 21, Pearson number 35. A tough break. Kadar gets called for the travel, and he will have to surrender the basketball right in front of the Seawolves bench. Alaska got off to an early 13-point lead. The lead remains at 13. The Clan found a way to score the basketball, but they have to start to chip away at the stone here in the opening half of play. That's the only way to put it. Get a stop, get a basket, get a stop, get a basket, and see if you can't reinvent a little bit of that magic he showed against Fairbanks on Thursday. Peterson jump stop to Clements, right to the window. An execution just tremendous from this Anchorage team. They're deeper, they're bigger, and they're stronger in numbers without question. From an age experience factor as well. Here is the kick up to Salam. High arcing three is going to fall for Kadar. No problem at all for Kadar Salam, who's in that confidence zone right now, and he makes it a 12-point game. Josiah Wood with the basketball. Kadar guarding him as they go up to the top of the perimeter. Jenkins comes to set the screen. He's going to get it back. Now it's Ursery. Shot clock's down to 7. Ursery, Moyo guarding him, and Mike P, tough break. Or was it going to go against Moyo? We'll see in a second here. Yeah, Bongani Moyo getting called for the foul. Tough break there off. Neil Spence will come in to spell. 5:06 left in this half. Only the 15 foul off the inbounds. What a tough break that is for the Clan. Right back up to 14. Here's Provenzano right down the floor. The kick back to Mira Keung. Othniel. Ooh, in and out. Tough break there for the Clan. Can't get the score. You have enough of those shots rim out for you, and you start giving up on the other end, and before you know it, you're knee deep. Here's Peterson trying to bump and body with Provenzano. Mike Peace standing his ground. The ball to Lewin, almost turned over. Mira Keung manages to save it, and he will get across half court. Oh, Jordan trying to go behind the back, and physical play out there. Mira Keung crashing to the floor. I believe that's Ursary as well, and they will help him up. Play getting physical. Simon Fraser, who consider the 20-minute half in a college basketball, men's college basketball game. Played 15 minutes basically, and you've got 19 points. That is tough sledding, as they like to say. And it's fitting playing Alaska. Here is the high arcer from Kadar. That's not going to go. Josiah Wood now with the basketball. Four minutes remaining. Alaska Anchorage content to slow the tempo in the half court. They're going to keep possession of the ball with 13 on the shot clock. A timeout on the floor. 3:54 remaining in the half. It's Anchorage 33, Simon Fraser 19. We'll be back with more from the West Gym after this short break.
For me, one word to describe competing for SFU is opportunity, because I can continue to pursue my Olympic dream as a swimmer while receiving a top quality Canadian education. I know that whichever path I take after graduation, I am well prepared for it. I am Adrian Vanderhelm, and I am proud to be on Canada's NCAA swim team.
And upcoming games here, you're going to see the Clan men finishing out their regular season at Concordia. The 0-17 Cavaliers on February the 22nd, a 7 p.m. start there at Western Oregon as well on February the 24th, where the season will come to an end for the Simon Fraser University men's basketball program, but certainly a huge, huge improvement from last season. Jump shot from Osborne off the mark, but a second chance again. It's been a theme here in this first half. Simon Fraser getting in there tight on the double team, but are going to get called for the foul underneath, I believe. And the foul getting called against Michael Provenzano. Anchorage's lead sitting at 15 points. And look at the young lady selling those 50-50 tickets. Clan TV cameras, keep your eyes straight on her for a second. Ozzy Nabuko, who injured herself. Tough injury to miss the entire season. The reigning GNAC Rookie of the Year, and she will rejoin that Clan Women's team next season. That is exciting if you're a Clan Women's basketball fan, to have the Riverside Rapid back in the lineup next season. Ozzy Nabuko loves the gym, loves Clan culture, and is working the crowd, selling those 50-50 tickets. as part of the Pink Night fundraiser. So hats off to Ozzy Nabucco. Back to live action now. It's Anchorage checked that with the basketball. That was I don't know about that. He completely lost his dribble, picked the basketball up, and there was no call right in front of the official. And so Josiah Wood gets away with one. Steve Hansen with the most incredulous look on his face. No harm, no foul if you're a Clan fan. No, they didn't score. Simon Fraser. Hey, they're going to happen. There's a human element involved everywhere here. Provenzano now with the basketball. Salam knifing through the defense. Physical contact there. The little things are missing tonight, and you know what? You hear Coach Hansen encouraging his guys, hey, get in a huddle, and maybe a little bit off kilter just in terms of the togetherness on the floor. And I think almost anything would be compared to the incredible performance against Fairbanks, winning by 30 plus and having the largest margin of victory in your program's NCAA Division II history. 2 nights later, having to come back against a very, very, very good Alaska Anchorage team. And the first half has not been magical, including that free throw. A tough break for Salam. Did everything right but the finish. It rattles in the cylinder, comes right back out. Provenzano right now out there with Salam, Bowen Bakken, Othniel Spence, and Tyrell Lewin. Here's Josiah rising from 16 and knocking down a sweet jump shot there. So Josiah Wood makes it count. 35-20 our score. Kadar now with the basketball. Pearson and a double team there from Clements. Gets it away to Othniel. Finds the open man, and the big O knocks down the big three. Othniel Spence with a nice stroke there. Wood guarded by Provenzano. Pearson coming to set the nightmare screen. Doesn't, backs off. There's some big bruisers out here for Anchorage, and they like to face the basket as well. A miss there by Ryan. And very quickly down the floor come the Clan, and they are going to get the roll. That's Kadar Salam. And Salam makes it a 10-point game with 1:50 remaining. I think the Clan Nation will be happy if they can get this thing under double digits heading into the half. There have been moments of slippage and moments when this game could have spiraled away, but Simon Fraser has somehow managed to keep a grip on the rope. Jump shot for three, in and out. Miss there from Kylan Osborne. We'll go back up to Othniel. Head fake, drive into traffic. Othniel thought he could score it. He's going to draw the traffic underneath, though. And Simon Fraser starting a bit of an uprising here in the late stages of the opening half of play. It's going to be Drew Peterson checking in at the next stoppage for Alaska Anchorage. Spence will step up with a chance to cut it to 8 with a couple of made free throws here. Eric Jenkins as well stepping up. So Jenkins and Peterson in. It's going to be Osborne and Ryan. Check that. Pearson came out of the game. Excuse me, Anchorage fans. So Spence hits them both. He's going to make it an 8-point game, and the Simon Fraser Clan have done a solid job of getting right back into this basketball game. They need to maintain it, though, over the final 113. Wood again this time. Clements step back three off the front of the iron. Bowen Bakken's going to chase it down. And here come the Clan. Kadar now with the basketball to Spence. He'll go to the corner. Bakken thought about the three. Head fake back up top to Othniel. Rises. Beautiful looking three! And he knocks it down. It's a 5-point game with 40 seconds remaining. Simon Fraser had trailed by 16 points in this game. They've cut it to 5 with 40.5 seconds remaining. And what a great effort it's been. hoping to have some esteemed senior guests. We will effort to bring you J.J. Pankratz and Isaiah Sherman-Newsom at the break. To ask those two what the emotions are like tonight, playing their final home games in the West Gym with the Simon Fraser Plan basketball team. But what a great showing there, as you see on this Plan TV replay. The Big O. Great job there by Othniel Spence, the Big O. And he is going to play a huge role next season, the graduation of Kadar Salam. Provenzano tipped. Othniel Spence, the Big O. He's going down the floor and he will lay it up and in. Othniel Spence on fire. He makes it a one-possession game with 20 seconds left in the half. The Big O on fire. Goodness. Othniel Spence has turned this game on its ear. What a tremendous performance by Zero. And that is a big shot at the buzzer by Josiah Wood. In fact, we're going to get Othniel Spence apparently as our guest here. And we'll ask the guard about what it's like to turn a game on its ear. Othniel Spence has done a terrific job here. And we'll ask you, Othniel Spence, is your heartbeat kind of slowed down a bit since you hit all those big shots? Boy, that's exciting stuff.
Yeah, there's not really much to it, just get into the flow of the game. Our team was a little bit, lackadaisical coming in, but we brought it back and we're ready to play now. Guys are finally awake.
What happened at the start of the game? Just talk about, the communication and why things broke down.
I think we were just in the hype of senior night, and we're trying to set up our seniors for success and just honoring them, but we came here to win the game, right? We're playing to win the game, so we got to get to it, right? We got to play as a team, and we just woke up now, so we're good.
All right. Thank you so much, Othniel. We appreciate that. Othniel Spence on wake-up calls and seniors night and all the emotion that gets packed into the final home game of the 27-18 season for this SFU men's basketball team. 37-32, Alaska Anchorage with a lead over Simon Fraser. The paper airplane contest has now hit the West Gym. We'll take a short break and be back with more in a moment from the West Gym.
For me, one word to describe competing for SFU is opportunity, because I can continue to pursue my Olympic dream as a swimmer while receiving a top-quality Canadian education. I know that whichever path I take after graduation, I am well prepared for it. I am Adrian Vanderhelm, and I am proud to be on Canada's NCAA swim team.
One word to describe competing for SFU is tradition.
My word is success.
Determination.
Experience.
Inspiring.
One word to describe competing for SFU is excellence.
It is family.
Passion.
My word is pride.
Opportunity.
My word is patriotic.
I am Sophie Swan.
I am Adam Jones.
I am Peyton Smith.
I am Justin Guerin.
I am Victoria Saunders.
I am Braden Charlton.
I am Michaela Guerrero.
I am Graham Miller.
I am Christine Howlett.
I am Adrian Vanderhelm.
I am Michelle Waters, and we are proud to be on Canada's NCAA team.
And we're back with you now on Clan TV. Go. We're ready now. We're ready for the seniors. We're back on Clan TV. Isaiah Sherman-Newsom will call you up to the microphone first, my friend. And a tough break, as we mentioned, with an injury so late in your career in the 11th hour to not be able to finish. But at least you're here with your guys. And how meaningful has it been to be with these guys, even though you're hurt right now?
Oh, man, it's been everything, man. These guys have been the best support system, man. And I've just been trying to return the favor, honestly, man. Try and go out there and be the best leader I can be while not being on the court.
How emotional is it when a college basketball career does come to its final home game for you? You've played the game all your life. What was it like to be honored before the game today?
Oh, man. Honestly, I was fighting tears a little bit, man, to be honest with you, man. It's a long journey, man. And it's just, you know, when you get to this point, you don't know what's going to happen next, you know what I mean?
You're a heart and soul guy here, I think. You know, everybody appreciates everything you've done for this program. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all you've done for Simon Fraser basketball, Isaiah.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks so much. We'll call JJ Pankratz over, and we'll give him a tap on the back here and see if JJ can come over and join us now. And we were happy to see you in the starting lineup today. I didn't know that was going to happen. Coach got you in there to start. Did that feel really good for you?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I probably shouldn't have played, but just wanted to get out there at least for a minute.
Can we kid you a bit about the first shot missing by quite a bit, or is that not?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I just was jacking it up.
Yeah. Frustrating. I said it to Isaiah, it's got to be frustrating not to be at your full.
Super frustrated, yeah. Yeah, for sure wanted to be healthy these last couple games, but it is what it is.
Yeah. You pick Simon Fraser. Do you feel like you left something here as a legacy to a lot of BC players, that this is a great place to come and play basketball?
Yeah, I think so. I think sticking it out for 5 years, like there's been ups and downs and everything, but I've really enjoyed it here. And yeah, I hope someone's been inspired or whatever, so yeah.
Your dad, I saw there, your family, you're with them, Coach Hansen. What did it feel like, last question, to be honored by everybody there at the start of the game?
It was awesome. Yeah, my family's been so supportive, like every step of the way, and coaches have been great, and so yeah, it was just a special moment.
Well, I don't know what's next for you, but I know you're going to be coaching basketball in a few more years, so it'll be great to see you again. But thanks for joining us, JJ. Congrats, man. Thank you. JJ Pankratz. Emotional night for the Simon Fraser seniors. We are so grateful they could join us here and spend some time talking on Clan TV. And I'm sure our Alaska contingent will relate to that in terms of the Seawolves seniors. And certainly you give your heart and soul to this game. And when the final home game approaches, you heard Isaiah talking. And Isaiah, an Alaska native himself, boy, mentioned that he was fighting back the tears there as the ceremonies went on in the pregame. Simon Fraser with a huge surge. They only trail by 5 points here. We're going to get back underway in about a minute. But we again thank them. And, of course, Kadar Salam involved in this game to a greater extent at this point. You heard JJ Pankratz saying he probably shouldn't have even played. But that ankle's still a little tender. And you see the seniors bonding with the redshirt freshmen. That really gives you the family feel here for Simon Fraser basketball on this night. What's in store? Who knows? What a half it was, and what a comeback for the Simon Fraser clan to pull within 5. And we'll look at some of the numbers here very quickly. Alaska Anchorage shooting 48% from the field. They were 14 of 29, including 4 of 12 from beyond the arc, 5 of 6 from the stripe. The leading scorers in that game, Malik Clements and Josiah Wood, each with 9 points, 8 points for Drew Peterson. So solid efforts for those three. No double-figure scores, but well spread out. Kadar Salam with 14. And Othniel Spence with 13. So Kadar and the Big O combining for 27 points 2 nights after they combined for 50 in Simon Fraser's win by 30-plus points over Fairbanks on Thursday. So if you take that as any kind of an indicator, perhaps the dynamic duo in the backcourt will be heating up along with this guy, Michael Provenzano, as we begin the second half of play. It's Provenzano. Ball on a string. Othniel, you'll get it right back to Mike P. Shot clock now down to 11 seconds. Make it 10. Lewin's high screen. Provenzano, the no-look dish. Othniel decides to drive, and the ball is going to go out of bounds, and Simon Fraser owned possession but couldn't turn the trick at the end. Athletics.sfu.ca/live, the place to watch all Clan sports here on Clan TV, regardless of the season. Softball upcoming. And of course, volleyball, football, and men's and women's basketball. That ball is going to squirt loose. And although Tyrell Lewin went to the court, it was actually initiated. They thought there was an over back there. That's not called. Kadar Salam initiated that strong defensive stance, and Kadar sneaky strong at 6'3". Down to the first minute of this second half now in the books. And Spence the drive and dish. Probing and shooting from the elbow is Provenzano. The whistle blows. He's going to draw some contact there. Mike P. Foul being called against Josiah Wood. That's Wood's first foul of the game, first team foul of the half. Bit of a meeting of minds here. Mir Kyung with Spence and Salam, the guard troika here, along with Provenzano, making it a foursome. He's at the free throw line right now. Heard Steve Hansen talking to his players right at our broadcast location. Got to get a shot every possession, the coach's words to his guys as they dig back on defense. Entry, turnaround by Woods, going to rattle off the back iron. Clements working hard. Got out his pitchfork and really worked hard down there. Couldn't get it to go though. Spence plays off the contact, ends up shooting it right over the goal. Clan trying to effect a stop here. They can get a defensive stop, but Pearson's going to square from the elbow, and he's got a smooth release. So Pearson knocks down the jump shot, makes it a 39-34 game. Salam with the basketball. Cross court, the move to Muir Kyung for the three, and Jordan hits the triple. A huge shot to pull the Clan to within 2. Let's not forget, Simon Fraser trailed this game by 16 points in the first half. That's been a mighty comeback. And a comeback time with an opportunity to rest a bit at the break. Let's see how fresh Simon Fraser can be here with the same kind of intensity they finished that second half with. Clements, Ursery, DJ digs and recovers after Muir Kyung got the strip, the spin move here by Clements. Jordan Muir Kyung, what a great job he's done. They don't call the travel that Hansen wanted. A tough break too, because at the end of it, Tyrell Lewin's going to get called for the foul. Tough break there for the Clan. But they are trailing by only 2 points here, 3 minutes into the second half.
Roger that. Gee, we're going to win this game.
Steal there by Lewin, and it's going to go right to Provenzano. Mike P. measures, great skip underneath, but a rejection by Pearson of Lewin underneath. And the big man owning things down low, number 35 for Anchorage. Big play defensively to get his team back down the floor. So counted for Ursery. Othniel Spence getting called for the foul. So the Big O's first foul of the game. He's going to send DJ Ursery to the free throw line. Ursery was tremendous in the opening half. And the mission completed, the end one, to make it a 5-point lead for Anchorage. New York Young now with the basketball. Finding Provenzano, quick shoot, catch and shoot three. Oh, and Spence tried to bat it away. Good job there by Othniel, because they're going to say it went off Anchorage. And a timeout called on the floor. So Simon Fraser hanging tough in the early moments of the second half, trailing 42-37. Back with more for the West Gym in just a moment.
To me, one word to describe competing for SFU is determination. Because I am surrounded by teammates who face adversity but persevere to achieve success. That persistence motivates and drives me to better myself on and off the mat. I am Peyton Smith, and I am proud to be on the SFU women's wrestling team.
Back with you here at the West Gym, taking a look at Jordan Muir-Keon as he releases a sweet three-point jumper from the baseline corner. Simon Fraser trailing with the basketball, coming out of the timeout, and oh my gosh. Steve Hansen talking about a hold, the referee closest to us clearly saying, I can't call it, coach, if I can't see it. So the Clan, flummoxed right now, trailing by 5. Plenty of time left in this basketball game. The quality of the opponent, though, certainly there. Alaska Anchorage, what a team. They are a big, strong basketball team. They have great length at all 5 positions. They just battle and they execute, and they're just a purest standpoint, so fun to watch in terms of their group working as a unit here. Here's Kadar rising, catch and shoot, just off the mark, and the rebound gobbled up quickly. A lot of size mismatches all over the floor here for Simon Fraser at the disadvantage, and that is Clements. It's a determined way. Second time coach has told the players to get into a huddle. There seems to be a little bit of a disconnect here. But for all that, Simon Fraser only trailing by 5. Clements now stepping up to the free throw line. It's been a great evening of basketball here at the West Gym. If you were with us earlier, of course, saw the Simon Fraser winning. What a huge victory that was. I talked to Kendall Sands afterwards, and the freshman talking about the difference between the start of the season and now. In her words, they almost feel like they're veterans now. It's been such an incredibly concentrated season of basketball 101 for the new players on this team. There's Lewin working it well. In the trenches, Tyrell Lewin showing the nice body control underneath to get the layup. 5-point deficit here for the Clan. Alaska Anchorage with the basketball. Josiah Wood to Clements. Clements trying to body his way. He's going to lose control, and Provenzano picks it up at tempo. Down the floor, wants to take it right to the rack. Boy, he gets knocked to the ground, and there's no call. Couldn't score it, and they come away empty-handed. A tough break there again for Simon Fraser. The call's just not going their way. And they trail by 5 as we approach the 14-minute remaining mark in this basketball game. Catch and shoot from Peterson off the iron. Lewin bats it away into the hands of Lewin. Now with the basketball. Spence up top. Yerk Young for 3, and Jordan knocks down the big triple. He makes it a 2-point game. Simon Fraser hanging around. Big jump shot there from Jordan Yerk-Young. And now a great defensive play by Lewin. They strip the ball away, and it's going to get thrown away. Othniel, he says. I needed some touch on that pass. It went sailing out of control. Intended for Kadar Salam. So the incompletion, so to speak. Alaska Anchorage takes it right to the basket. There are bodies crashing to the pine. And Lewin is going to get called for the foul underneath. He's the big man taking it hard to the hardwood. That's why they call it hardwood. It hurts. It's third of the game. Alex Frangis, number 34, will make his first appearance of the game. Peterson makes the first. Alex Frangis will come in for Tyrell Lewin. Lewin, a warrior here today. A hard foul there. He falls and crosses to the deck. His third of the game. So Frangis brings the energy, wearing number 34. Peterson makes them both. Attempt there by Salam is off the mark. Digging in, had a good look at the basket, couldn't make it fall. Here's Wood, the entry underneath. And Pearson is going to get clobbered. Oh, it's going to be Simon Fraser basketball. So the Clan now with the basketball, trailing only by 4. For all of their stops and starts, they're right in the proceedings here. Clan can't make it go, though. It falls out of bounds, and Alaska Anchorage now with the basketball. The play has come to a grinding halt in terms of artistic play and tempo as well. Cage match here at both ends of the floor, a slow down game in the half court. Wood Underneath, though, they find the open man underneath, and it's going to be Pearson. Big man able to get it in and push the lead to 6 points. Big collision there as Kadar drives. I think that was Clements that went crashing to the floor. And let's hope he's okay. His teammates surrounding him right now. A timeout on the floor. We'll take a short timeout and be back with more as well from the West Gym in just a moment.
To me, one word to describe competing for SFU is determination, because I am surrounded by teammates who face adversity but persevere to achieve success. That persistence motivates and drives me to better myself on and off the mat. I am Peyton Smith, and I am proud to be on the SFU women's wrestling team.
Mental illness is something anyone can suffer from.
It isn't a choice or a weakness, and you can't just snap out of it.
But with support, we can make each other better.
Check in and care for your friends, teammates, or colleagues, and be a good listener for them.
Ask them how they are doing and if you can do anything to help.
It begins the crucial first step of decreasing the stigma so that we can open up a conversation.
Educate yourself about mental health
and help break down the myths and stereotypes.
Together, we can shape the dialogue about mental health within our community.
And welcome back, everybody, to the West Gym. Sorry about the delay. We are joining you again live from the West Gym here. No points scored since we returned from that timeout. 48-42 the score here as we approach the midway mark of the second half of play. Alaska Anchorage in green with the lead and a flush down low by Pearson. That's deflating for Simon Fraser coming out of the timeout. They give up the high percentage shot underneath. Pearson has been a bull underneath for Anchorage. And he puts one down with authority, the first dunk of the game for either team. Here's Muir Kyung with the big three. Little crossover move to the baseline. All of a sudden he's wide open and he drops a short little jumper. Manufactured by Jordan on the baseline. Muir Kyung with a nice move there on the crossover. Alaska Anchorage, so deadly. Coming in with that 8-9 record, but certainly one of the top franchises in the GNAC as they have been for so long. There's Wood, he's in a battle right now, and Othniel is going to do a little bit of a hop, and what a move to the basket, and he gets fouled, and Othniel, let's hope Othniel Spence is okay. He took a hard tumble into the pad underneath the goal. Let's hope Othniel Spence is okay. What a job by Othniel Spence to jump and skip over a couple of Anchorage players hit the deck. Spence is being helped off the floor. That is not what you want to see. He has been tremendous. And Othniel Spence So extended discussion going on here. The player fouled was injured, so Vrangis will shoot the free throws. So the thought here, Alaska gets to pick. So the opposing coach gets to pick which of the 4 remaining players healthy on the floor can shoot. They pick Vrangis, who is not known for his free throw shooting, but Alex, the Centennial Centaur grad, rattles one home. And a terrific job there to put a point on the board for the Clan. So let's hope that Othniel Spence is going to be okay. And he swishes it. Is that called sticking it to the man? I don't know what you want to say that is. But just a part of the game. Vrangis steps up and does what he needs to do there. So good for him. Clan pulled it within 4 here, just past the midway mark. Clearly some comical interlude there in the midst of a highly contested game. Pearson back to the basket, turn around against Lewin, and despite the strength and power, is not able to finish. But there's Ursary rising high in a battle with Moyo underneath the basket, and Bongani Moyo is going to get called for the foul. So Moyo, the energy guy off the bench, undersized underneath, doing everything he can, but he's going to get called for his 4th foul of the game. Bongani learning the ropes here in the GNAC this season. They go high to, 2 players battling for a ball, and Simon Fraser can't catch a break, and Provenzano will get called for the foul there. Mike Pease, 3rd of the game, the 6th foul. So Anchorage set to cruise into the bonus if things continue this way with plenty of time left in this game. Ursary, great move to get to the basket, just came up shy of the finish. And Irakian will push the tempo. Tries to go behind the back, tough break for number 5 as Reimer hung in his face defensively to number 13, and the ball gets turned over. So Anchorage has a chance to build on its 4-point lead. Ursary, Moyo on him, 10 on the shot clock. Doing a good job defensively, but Ursary rises and swirls home a shot, fading on the baseline. DJ getting it done for the Seabirds. Simon Fraser could use a shot of basketball karma here. Here's Moyo kicking across to Provenzano back up top. Kadar, this is when he usually rises for the tough 3. Shot clock's down to 8. Instead, he'll drive at the free throw line. Up fake. Draws the defender into him. And that's the flat-out veteranness of Kadar Salam, the leading scorer in the GNAC, who manufactures the opportunity and in the process will potentially be sending Ursary to the bench. He picks up his 4th foul of the game. Kadar, the battle of 11's getting the job done. Howard Smurra here with you on Clan TV. Our shout out as always to our tireless producer, Gabriel Lynn, all he does to get Clan TV on the air. And our final men's basketball broadcast is time to thank all of those who helped with Clan TV, getting us on the air and beaming strong out of Canada. And we're so proud to be bringing you Clan basketball here from the West Gym today. Kadar doing it from the free throw line. It's a 4-point lead for Anchorage, and boy, this game seems stuck right at this deficit. Neither team able to get much past it. Peterson, though, wants the 3-ball. He will rise and not make a great effort by Lewin underneath the basket. And that foul is going to get called against Anchorage. And that's going to be Curtis Ryan getting called for the foul. His first of the game. There is a timeout. We will take one as well and be back with more from the West Gym in just moments.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
For me, one word to describe competing for SFU is passion. Because to accomplish anything, you have to work for it. You need to love to work for it. My passion for basketball drives me to dedicate everything I have to it, day in and day out. I am Graham Miller, and I am proud to be on Canada's NCAA men's basketball team.
And we are back with you atop Burnaby Mountain. It's Clan TV on a GNAC doubleheader Saturday. Fun on Thursday with a Clan men's victory that was followed by a quality effort by the women's team in a loss. Today, the Clan women coming out strong in a win over Central Washington in overtime. Job done. Simon Fraser hanging tough with Alaska Anchorage 2 nights after punishing Alaska Fairbanks in a fashion not yet seen in this barn since the Clan joined NCAA GNAC play. They find a way to overcome here. Salam knifing through the defense, as physical as you can get. And they are going to call Kadar for the offensive foul. They're basically telling him that you don't have free reign to just try and cut through that defense. But Kadar will continue. He will persevere, and you know there's going to be moments where Kadar will get that leading edge, get to the rim, and create the magic he has this season in this conference. To shoot there, and they will come just shy of knocking it down with Drew Peterson. Montezano, little hesitation underneath the basket. Moyo the skip. Bongani had an opportunity but skipped it away. I think he saw the defense closing quickly this time. Bongani, Moyo gets it done. Moyo is deceptively proficient at scoring right underneath the basket in traffic. Oh, underneath. Bit of a late whistle, but they're going to call Moyo for the foul. If that's Moyo, that's his 5th foul. I believe that's going to be 5. Bongani Moyo will have to leave the game with 7:05 remaining. As I said the last time, I don't care what a guy's status is, if he's a walk-on, a scholarship guy, whatever, you bring your effort like that. Bongani Moyo, I love what this kid has brought late in this Clan season. Bongani's not going to leave till they tell him to leave. And number 13 will trot off the floor. Take a look at the replay, and I'll tell you something. He's coming off the floor, and they are standing and cheering for Bongani Moyo. He's not a guy that's going to rack up a ton of points. Sean Shook, the assistant coach, with his arm around him. Love that kid, love his effort, and there's a lot of good things in store for the guys in red, white, and blue here next year. You saw the seniors night to start our night off, and I thank Isaiah Sherman-Newsom and JJ Pankratz for joining me at halftime and talking about their emotion-filled nights here on seniors night. They will be missed, as will Kadar Salam, obviously. The Clan program will continue with a slew of red shirts, and this majority of this core group moving forward, especially Murkian, Provenzano, Lewin, Othniel Spence. There is a solid core here, and you love what they're going to bring next year. Kadar, Othniel high arcing off the front of the iron, just shy of falling through and tying this basketball game. There is going to be a stress point approaching here. Clan trailing by a possession, and somebody's going to get on a roll here, and the Clan want it to be them. Alaska, the 3-ball missing, but great. Ooh, an offensive rebound there is gobbled up by Eric Jenkins, but Jordan Muir-Keung, wrong place, wrong time. He'll get called for the foul, his first of the game. Clan with their 9th foul. Set to approach the double bonus, and Alaska Anchorage with only 5 fouls in this half. Jenkins airballs the free throw, keeps it at 3. Here's Spence on the back pass. He goes, oh, and he's rejected by the big man, and that'll lead the break. Clements gets out. He'll slow it up. Pearson now with the basketball. Lewin guarding him. They'll move it around. Looking for Pearson again, but Muir-Keung's going to run in front of it. Trying to watch the game here, but Steve Hansen keeps standing up in front of me. Thanks, coach. Provenzano barks out the signals. Muir-Keung's going to come off the screen down on the baseline, and now he's going to reverse it back up top. Othniel wants the 3, and he will knock it down! The Big O ties the game with 5:50 remaining. Clutch shooting from Othniel Spence. He has tied this basketball game. Wow, Simon Fraser cannot guard. They're to a point where if they want to be even remotely aggressive, get in a stance and try and dig in their heels, they're getting called for fouls here. It's a tough break for Simon Fraser. Clements makes the first as Muir-Keung picks up his second foul, a consecutive violation against number 5. Jordan Muir-Keung, exciting player. Big size at the guard spot, and more than that is a real competitive character. Wow, unlucky. Simon Fraser needs to take this as a challenge. It's like they're rolling the log up the hill and having it roll back on you. The myth of Sisyphus is biting Simon Fraser here. Here's Peterson rising for the 3, and that is one sweet jump shot from Peterson. And he will make it a 4-point lead. What a shooter. 21 is one of those guys where you watch him and you know when it leaves his hands. Here's Spence, Provenzano, crossover. Provenzano, great move, is going to draw the contact, and the foul will be called against Brendan Reimer. So Reimer, let's take a look at the replay here. As Muir-Keung with ball reversal, Spence, Othniel. Great job to knock down the 3. Kadar from the same spot can't get it to fall as we return to live action. Thanks for that look at the Othniel-Spence triple. It's Reimer. Provenzano steps in to guard him. Stripped away, and you love it that Muir-Keung is not being discouraged personally from tough play, and he's going to get it to fall. Jordan Muir-Keung, he said to the basketball gods, give me a break. And they did at the other end of the floor. He is rewarded for playing his brand of basketball. Jordan Muir-Keung with the steal and the lay-in. Look at the replay here as Jordan takes off down the runway. It's all a little bit of a maneuver at the end of the runway. Made it successfully, but drew the contact, makes it a 3-point play and pulls the Clan to within 1 point. Strap yourselves in, 4:29 remaining on seniors night here. The Simon Fraser Clan in the Battle of Alaska. Here is a Clements jumper, baseline short, And Kadar in full flight. Oh, they are going to call him. Oh, are they calling a carry? Well, akin to blowing a tire, Kadar has to turn it over here. And Simon Fraser again. We talked about the miss of Sisyphus. They need to keep believing in that log rolling up the hill. Big man, so dangerous. Pearson, the handoff play to Reimer. He'll look to the other side of the court. Spence will knock it out of bounds. It was intended for DJ Ursery. Basketball game, a timeout, but we'll keep it here. And, Simon Fraser will hit the road for its final 2 games of the season. As we see that Clan bench gathering, one of those games is going to come against Concordia, and that's going to be on February the 22nd. That is a Thursday in Portland against the winless Cavs, and then it's on to Monmouth to play the Western Oregon Wolves, and the season will end for Simon Fraser men's basketball in Oregon. A couple of games there, and it will then be time for head coach Steve Hansen and company to retrench, to measure what they have returning and look at that huge redshirt class as well as the incoming freshmen. Both Sean Shook and Brett McDonald, the assistant coaches as well, will no doubt find a moment to look at each other and say, hey, you know what, we moved the peg up a few notches this year. And certainly the future looks brighter for Simon Fraser Clan men's basketball. So Simon Fraser playing its final home game of the season here at the West Gym. It feels like it just started. I said that off the top, and that's always what it feels like. The Clan women, however, will be staying home for their final 2 games, basically needing to win out and ask for a little bit of help from the basketball gods if they want to get that 6th and final playoff spot. But they were impressive tonight, there's no question about it. What a big win over a 10-win Central Washington team here in the West Gym in the precursor to this nightcap contest. Stretch drive time has arrived in a 1-point game. Pearson's reverse underneath is good. Well drawn up out of the timeout. They get the big man underneath, but it required some dexterity. And Pearson had to go to the bag of tricks with that reverse lay-in. Marvelously executed for a 59-56 lead. Now as Clan turnover, these are the ones, you can add these up on the laundry list and they begin to hurt you after a while. So 59-56 the score here. .325 remaining, a 1-possession game. And it all starts with the big man, high post. We'll find Reimer again reversed, and now on the baseline, big man can do no wrong. Pearson, a giant on the court right now. And look what he does, and look at the versatility that he is asked to perform by Rusty Osborne, the head coach. Takes a lob up coming out of the timeout for a reverse layup underneath the basket. This time, floats out for a baseline jumper and shows the soft hands to knock it down. So Osborne doing a great job there, or rather Pearson. Pearson with a solid game. We've seen the defensive presence as well, the shot blocking, getting it all done here for this Alaska Anchorage team. But still, Simon Fraser with a game within its grasp 2 nights after that huge win over Fairbanks. And it's not the same environment around this Clan basketball team this season. There's a definite feeling that when they're on an uptick, they're going to be competitive with any team in the conference. Certainly not every score will tell that to be the truth, but on many nights, Simon Fraser has outperformed its record and has dropped a series of heartbreakers. And the one that sits in my mind, the loss to Northwest Nazarene from the free throw line at the buzzer, basically. So many things could have turned, and if they had, there'd be a completely different story here, but the body of work speaking for itself, and Simon Fraser vastly improved. The big question, can they replace those 3 big seniors next season and continue to take forward strides? Our final 3:06 with this team this season here at the West Gym. Double team comes quickly to Muir Keung. He goes to Provenzano, the kick back. Jordan fading from 14 will rattle it home, and that's a big time shot. Cruising through the paint, squaring your body and finding the touch. Not always the easiest shot to hit in the book, but Muir Keung with a great job there. Spence almost gets the steal. He will not relent, and he is literally standing on his head in the key. So a battle underneath with a 3-point deficit for the Clan. And this is what it means to Simon Fraser. These guys have all seized upon the fact that they have shown a marked improvement this year, and they know that the energy expended worthwhile in the final analysis of what this season will tell. So they will do some drying of the court in the paint. .11 on the shot clock, 2:29 remaining. Anchorage with the basketball. Inbounds plays have been big for the Seawolves today. They have been very successful. This time though, Muir Keung, head manning, Provenzano, skip, intercepted. Oh, a tough break there, looking for Spence. And Mike P would love that one back, but a tough break, and it's part of the game as Clements comes in with that big reach and snatches away the basketball. Pearson high post, Lewin right in his face. Coming off a screen, battling past Provenzano is Reimer. Reimer, he'll go cross court. Here's a tough shot, no kind of rhythm in that one for Clements. And we're down to 1:48 remaining. This is clutch time for both teams. Clan trailing by 3. Here's, oh, what an explosion to the basket by Kadar. Salam will lay the ball up, and then he makes it a 1-point game. And now it's all about making a stop. Can you make a stop and do yourself a huge favor? Let's see what the Clan do against a very talented Seawolves team. Peterson up top finds Reimer, who's gotten some extended minutes here in the second half. Provenzano guarding him. In rhythm to Clements for the 3, and it won't go, but there's a man underneath the basket, unguarded, and Pearson says, hello, I'm just gonna pump that ball home, and that's a tough break for Simon Fraser. Pearson right underneath the basket. He will extend it to 3 points, and we'll take a look on the replay here. If you're Simon Fraser, what a great move that was by Kadar. You cannot worry about it, you just gotta focus in the timeout here as Coach Hansen draws it up. And you look at the body positioning at that huddle, and Isaiah Sherman Newsom just walks right up to the edge of the huddle, wishes he was in there. And you feel for that kid who has given so much to this Clan team, and what a bonus it would be to have a guy like that around right now to go into the game for you. But Simon Fraser, they dance with who they brought to the dance today. And they're down by 3. A tough break there. No box out. Pearson wanders to the rim unimpeded and pushes the ball home for a 3-point lead. We're under a minute remaining in the Clan's home season. Here's Kadar with the basketball. Anchorage player is fallen. Kadar, Pearson with a block right to Provenzano. He goes to Spence for 3. Bingo! Spence hits a 3 with 45.5 left. The Big O nails the shot of the game. What a shot by the Big O Othniel Spence doing a great job there. We watch as Provenzano dishes the assist. And Othniel on the late closeout, look at the backspin on that basketball, ripping the mesh and tying this basketball game. Check your calendars. We're past the midway mark of February. It's a Saturday night indoors. And what does that mean? It means big basketball games are in the air, and it gets no better than this. A 14-second shot clock difference here. Anchorage with a basketball. They've been so deadly. Turnaround is going to swirl and fall. And Clements with a big basket there. 32 seconds left. The Clan have been here before. They've grown up a lot this season. Can they make this happen? Provenzano, Young, Spence, the reversal back. Jordan with the basketball. And the man with the money to Othniel. Spence will drive, and he will lay it off the window. Couldn't get the angle he wanted to. And Lewin has to foul with 13.1 seconds left. Oh, that's a tough break. Clements with a big basket on one end, and driving effort from Othniel Spence, but Othniel unable to lay it in the money areas of the glass, kind of just off the window and out. So it's going to be DJ Ursery. Will make it a 3-point game. So 30-second timeout being called by the Clan. We'll keep it here, of course. And as you scan the crowd here at the West Gym, you see a lot of Simon Fraser fans, but also the Simon Fraser women's basketball team as well here. And they are cheering on the men's team. It's not often they can do that, obviously, based on the schedules and the fact that the doubleheader is a very rare entity here in the GNAC schedule. Of course, if you grew up on U Sports or CIS Sports, it happens every single week. But, among those in the crowd, I see Taylor Jackson and Sophie Swan taking in the game here. Truly a great one here. Boy, that was an explosive take to the basket by Spence. The team's back on the floor. Sledding here for Simon Fraser. So DJ stepping up to the free throw line here with 13.1 seconds left. And this is a big one. It can make it a 2-possession lead. And he will miss it. So the Clan still with a chance to tie and send this into overtime. Down to 7 seconds, down to 6, down to 5. Provenzano puts up the three, off the front of the iron. Oh, it's tipped. Lewin with the basketball. Lewin had the basketball, and I think they're going to call a foul underneath the basket. The officials are talking. So they're going to put, I heard Coach Hansen say 1.9. Will they put 1.9 seconds back? We'll see what happens as we look at our Clan TV replay. Here's Provenzano. Spence with a tip opportunity, and there's no question that Pearson fouled Lewin from behind. It was just how much time left on the clock. Because the clock did go down to zeros, and they're going to put 0.3 seconds. That's tough. I mean, obviously Lewin's going to try and make the first and miss the second, but he makes it. So the box out now key. Is there time? That's the question. So the Clan are going to call a timeout and obviously talk this one over. So a dedicated miss Not the easiest of situations. Basketball's version of the onside kick, perhaps. You gotta. Lewin's great energy gives him a chance here. Lewin battled hard. And he picks up the foul, or draws the foul near the end of the play. So a tough break there for the Clan. Spence skied, and almost I thought he was going to get a tip right off the back window. I think Rusty Osborne is trying to tell the officials that it's impossible to score with 0.3 seconds on the clock. I don't know if I don't know why he's saying it, but I think he kind of wants them to know that. Perhaps is what he's saying. I'm having a hard time, and I could be mistaken there. But Alaska Anchorage has done everything right here down the stretch. They have managed to hang in there. Here's Lewin. So Tyrell will try and get a miss, and they're going to say that's it. Okay, the officials want to talk about this, but Sean Shook, one of the coaches, said they blew the whistle. We've got some interesting times here. Clan maintained they blew the whistle. And as we talk, the referees want to talk to the coaches here. And they're saying that the Coach Hansen doesn't know the referee's trying to call him, and he will. An inadvertent whistle on a loose ball. Why am I thinking that they will inbound the basketball here with 0.3 of a second? I think that's what's going to happen here. Indeed, the Clan will get the basketball with 0.3 of a second remaining. So, as unlikely as it would seem, who knows, off a baseline inbounds by Jordan Mirakian. Here he goes. No, it's deflected. The shot goes up, and that's going to do it. And that is it. The referees say the game is over. Great to see the two coaches shaking hands. And tough one for Simon Fraser. Alaska Anchorage. Quality opposition, obviously, but just shows you how far the Clan have come. They've done a great job. A tough one. They filed this one under the 3 or 4 others this season that go in that heartbreak column for Simon Fraser men's basketball. A 66-64 loss following a Clan women's overtime victory. So it's been a great night here. A tough one for head coach Steve Hansen and company. But a successful renaissance for Simon Fraser Clan men's basketball this season. And watch Kadar Salam and Tyrell Lewin exchanging their handshakes with the Clan. And Kadar Salam, the opposition coach, is all talking to him, wishing him well. They know he's going to have a great pro career and all of that. So the Clan players acknowledging the crowd here at the West Gym, waving to them, and heading off the floor for the final time this season at Simon Fraser. Of course, 2 more road games to follow, but a tough one here, 66-64. It ends with a bit of a burp, but it winds up being a victory for Alaska Anchorage. So for executive producer Steve Frost, for our incredible producer Gabriel Lynn, and for Michael Provenzano, who comes by to shake hands, thank you so much, Mike P. And for everybody else on the Clan TV crew, I'm Howard Samura bidding a farewell from Clan Men's Basketball and inviting you to join us on Tuesday when Western Washington comes calling at the West Gym for women's basketball action. For everybody here at Simon Fraser, safe travels, and talk to you again on Tuesday.